Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Sopranos. We're finishing season 2. We're watching the last episode.
I am so excited.
The last episode was
last
insane.
I had it like 12 hours ago,
And I just read
I was
a comment.
so happy. Which
like
one?
2 seconds ago.
Okay.
I read a comment that said they're sad because the last episode overshadowed the previous episode. And
what?
And
I get it. No one, like, the people don't appreciate enough episode 12.
yeah, even though I saw in the comments that people really appreciated it.
Yeah, I get it.
Like people really loved it. Like I read so many good comments.
Yeah.
About the episode.
What the fuck happens in this one?
No, it definitely that's gonna be very good. Also probably fast paced, or something like that.
What? Interesting considering like fucking Richie died. I mean, like Janice killed Richie in the previous episode and we had that scene with like Tony and Olivia. I mean, again, these things are subjective.
I think so as well.
It does not have to overshadow, or nothing's gonna overshadow anything. But like, even if it's good, it doesn't have to be better than the previous one for us, depending on what the subject is.
No, that's what I want to say. Like, in my opinion, I think because in the last episode, yes, Richie died, but who is Richie? You know what I mean? Like, the point to me, at least, was the fact that, like, Tony immediately took care of his sister.
Yeah.
And defended his sister, who he has a horrible relationship is, against his mother. Yeah. And that was the first time basically he talked to his mother since the last season.
Yeah.
So that's why the last episode was very impactful to me, like one of my favorite episodes of the show. But like if this one is, let's say, more fast paced, I think like if more things happen, let's say if they kill Pussy or like,
yeah, like
those kind of things, I could understand why for some people would be more interesting or more like, you know what I mean?
Sure. But like family dynamic comes first for me.
Yeah.
So like
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Literally doesn't matter.
Could not matter less.
What my point with saying that was like that I expect this episode not to be good as well.
I mean, that is a safe bet coming into any Sopranos episode. I'm just very excited to see what it is. Like what happens in this episode. I mean, I do think like it has to be like something with Pussy. Maybe he dies because like we didn't talk about this last episode because we did not have any time, and like that was an important part, but like considering everything else that happened in that episode, a less important part. I find this storyline very interesting because like he really, and we've seen this throughout the season, it's been like a constant thing throughout the season, how difficult it is for him to do this. Because like Tony is like they have grown up together, like he is betraying not a boss, he's betraying a friend, and like I found myself so many times just like thinking it doesn't even like why would he be ratting him out? Because like if you're doing this to save yourself, that friendship it doesn't like null it. That makes no sense, like no, diminish it. But like I would think you would need to be pushed, or at least like that's how my mind process things. Like I can forgive it if you do it for other people. Like if your family, I was like thinking they would like the police have things on Pussy, so like if he goes to jail, they're gonna take everything away from his family as well, and then he cannot, let's say, provide for his wife and kid, and that is like a good enough reason. But like I feel like if you're in the mafia business and that happens, I think the rest of the guys then take care of your family basically, because like you take the fall for them. Maybe that's not how it works, so like someone has to clarify, because like if that is not how it works, then I understand Pussy speaking to the police, because like it's eating him alive, and like you would think if it was eating him alive this much, he would not do it just to save his own ass, because like this he has to go like 2 years for heroin or something. It's like I just don't know like what would have happened if he did not speak to the police in regards to his family.
I don't know, in my opinion, with everything that we found out in season 1, I remember them constantly saying how it makes perfect sense, how he is a perfect candidate to attack because of his love for his family. Like they constantly mentioned his family. So what I gathered from that is that like let's say his son is the one who he is doing this for, and that's why he was an easy target to approach.
Okay.
Like they got something. At least that's how I remember season 1.
Okay.
Like that they
Honestly, I forgot a
they
lot,
got
so I'm not
something like on him, let's say, and they
Okay.
attacked for about like through his kid.
Yeah.
Like either
No,
with the
I
college
can-
or this or that, you know.
I mean,
don't
he
know.
would not be able to pay for college,
Yeah.
like if everything gets seized.
Yeah,
That's understandable.
exactly.
Like, I mean, I said that if that is the case, completely understandable. He's talking to the police, but I just like thought in this business, if he goes down in jail, I feel like the rest of the money and like the business would continue because like let's say they have nothing on Tony.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have covered
I mean,
the family of the guy that goes to jail to not rat out the business. You know?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like that would make sense to me as well. Just that like when we heard that in season 1, I didn't go much deeper into it. Like I just accepted what they told us about. Oh, he's doing this because he's cared for his family and he cares for them, and like that's why he's doing this. Like in that moment, I didn't got the impression that he's doing it for himself, because like you said, if it's eating you alive.
Yeah, like it just does not seem like
makes no sense then.
No.
So like
he has to do it for his family. So then I guess like it doesn't. I mean, we don't know the ins and outs. Like maybe they would have covered for his family, but maybe not to the extent that like they would be covered with the money that they already have. You know, with Pussy's endeavors.
Yeah,
but like it doesn't matter. Pussy is like losing his mind. I mean, I mentioned in the episode, like it reminds me of, and now like this is, I'm talking about an anime, and I don't know how like what the audience overlap is, let's say, between an anime and this, but like in Attack on Titan, Rainer, like when he basically had a double personality, because like he could not deal with what he has done, and so like he was thinking that he was also a scout. That's just what he is doing. Like he is playing cop because it's easier for him to process things if he distances himself from Tony, and like at points like talks about Tony, oh, he did this and this, again to kind of make it easier on himself to accept the things that he is doing. I think that's a very human thing, and I really like that storyline. So like the only thing that I feel like can happen in this episode is them, Tony and the rest of the guys, figuring him out somehow, and again him dying.
That's what I expect as well,
because like he is not okay. So unless the police decide that like he
protects him somehow, I don't know, but like from the last episode, that's how it seemed. I mean, the end result was always that. Yeah. To me, at least, he's not gonna rat Tony out enough for Tony to fall down. Yeah. So like, the only thing that can happen is for Pussy to go down. Yeah. So, and from the last episode, it seemed like he is drowning. Yeah, no, basically he is so not in things that he is doing. He's pretending to be a cop, thinking that this is his job, hoping that he's gonna continue working it. Maybe even being surprised that like he's gonna have to go to jail.
One thing that like confuses me that I wanted to ask in the previous episode, he literally ran over a kid. That kid is in a coma. Yeah. Like, what do you like? Does he not get punished for that because he is working with the cops? You know what I mean? I think he gets. Like that is
maybe not immediate.
Involuntary. Like that is manslaughter.
No, I think he will get punished for that. Maybe. I mean, he's gonna die.
Yeah, but he is. But like, what would have happened otherwise? Because you're going 2 years for heroin. How many years are you going for killing a fucking kid?
The thing is, like, the police, the guy who he's working with has been constantly telling him no big crimes, no big things. Yeah. You know, because
he said something that like we covered for you. Not covered, but like something. Because I was like, what do you mean?
Then he managed to cover for him. Because like they made a deal. Yeah. He goes for 2 years, not 20, you know. And he gives him Tony, and that was a deal. But like if he makes more crimes, if they find out that he killed the person,
of course,
I don't think that deal stays.
No.
It could
No.
stay if they decide to, you know, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to stay
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't know. I'm really curious what happens in this episode. We could play.
Yeah.
This is a review,
let's
basically continuation of the review in the previous episode, just for pussy.
There's some eggplant.
I told you. I'm not hungry.
Now you won't even accept.
Now when
it
Tony
from your
kills
own
Livy in
mom?
this
Will you
episode.
please
Oh,
stick to the
Barbara.
topic?
Oh, sure.
I wish somebody would tell me what you're talking about.
I'm here to get your living situation set up now with Janice Carr. Barbara asked me to come here. Beyond that, I got nothing to say to you.
Mom, you can't come live with us. I'm sorry. Tom won't allow it.
Janice was right.
Maybe Tom and I should just...
No. Don't listen to the manipulations. You got your own life. Fucking outrageous. Carmela asked you how many fucking times to come live with us.
Nice work, Mom. Carmela's been so sweet to you.
What are you doing?
You're not gonna live with her. Get 2 tickets. First class. Go to Tucson. Stay with that Gemma. Take in Quinn with you. They're a fucking miserable.
I don't know if this would be like some evidence against Tony, because his mother is using the airline tickets that were acquired legally. Oh my god. I only think the airline tickets could now be a problem.
Gianna's so serious.
Richie April's in the Bermuda Triangle. All my enemies are small.
Your enemy sitting.
Literally here.
Oh. Hey,
I think he's definitely dying in this
the fuck?
episode.
Don't bring that in here.
Oh, Melly's graduating in this episode.
You still up? No, it's fatter than a suit, right? I hate that when that air gets trapped inside the suit bag, you know, when you zip it up. Zip it a little.
This is for her?
I guess.
The suit's growing a fucking beard.
Oh, Tony, will you let me work
It's
here,
like
please?
a.
Beard or merkin or something.
Yeah.
Ah! It's fucking alive! It's alive!
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Tony, what did you do?
It's for you.
Oh, my God.
What dead body did it come off
We're
of?
having a good week.
She's so
She
cute.
is adorable. I cannot look at her.
You look beautiful, Carl.
What's happening?
Does this not look like in Mr. Robot, where like his father pushed him in like episode 2?
Fucking June. My daughter's graduating in a week.
Spring snow.
I feel like this is this is a bad omen.
When they make the diagnosis,
About a month ago.
the wife and kids know. There's nothing they can do for you.
The various protocols to date are ineffective.
What can I say? You have my sympathy.
September 5th. That's how long they've given him to live.
Okay.
Instead of waiting till then, he's gonna light himself on fire.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is it because of this guy?
Concrete?
Oh, what? Sorry. Right. Philly. Yeah. Don't you your brother? You know, I just put a sable off.
Is this a dream?
Literally, now I think it's a
I'm
fucking
sorry I had
dream.
to do that.
Yeah, it's
It's a
fucking
dream. There's no one here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I had to do that.
he killed him.
Wait, it's
What is
interesting. He
happening?
thinks he's dying.
Where's Pussy?
Huh?
It's all big nothing.
What is?
Everything's black.
Well, you have a tendency towards depression, yes. But listen to me, all right? Everything's gonna be all right. I'm here. I'm with you. The kids are safe in their beds. They love you.
Wait. Well, it's coming from here. It's not my fucking head. It's my stomach. I'm nauseous.
Mom, what's going on? Your father's sick. Oh my God, Daddy, what happened? Went to an Indian restaurant. It was so racist.
God,
Oh, that dream.
How'd it go?
where is Pussy?
I mean, he never trusted him again, and he is correct.
But it seemed to me like they're a bit closer in the past few episodes. But like the dream shows that like even if they are a bit closer, he does not trust him.
I mean, I think he's like, let's say, trying to reconnect with his like friend, but he doesn't trust him. There's like nothing to do with it.
I'm gonna fucking cock a spaniel.
Stop it.
Honestly, I don't think it has anything to do with food.
I think it's gonna be shown in the episode, maybe. If
Like your body reacts
yeah,
physically to
Yeah.
the like depression, anxiety.
especially from the stomach.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my god, we're gonna keep going back and forth. There's no one on the bench now.
Our true enemy has yet to reveal himself.
What a horrible life to live. Like, you can never trust anyone. You always have to look over your shoulder.
3 Hans.
Yeah, Polly
And a 7.
and him.
Quick butts.
Okay, he killed Polly in this dream. In the previous one, he killed himself.
I fucked up dreams last night. Fever dream. I shot this guy. It's a friend of mine. Now in real life, this guy does do some things that annoy me. Like every Christmas, he sends out these typed reports of what his nieces and nephews have been doing.
That's cute.
That's very
He
adorable.
comes. Drives me fucking crazy. What? He's one of my best guys, a terrific earner.
He's my favorite.
So what the fuck would I do that for?
He's happy and content.
You've never dealt with your anger. And look at the cost.
You are the biggest threat to yourself.
That's what being a human being is.
Some people are more self-destructive than others.
This is a fucking fever dream. Oh, this episode is called Fun House.
God.
I don't want you to see me like this. I'm fucking freezing.
Your teeth are chattering. You want to go back into the bed?
I might as well just leave me here.
I think you have food poisoning.
I don't think so.
Fucking dreams, Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Sorry.
So pretty.
Adriana makes an appearance. Who are we shooting next?
Jeez, you picked up a bad one somewhere, huh?
Somewhere. Just out of consideration for it as you duck those fucking muscles you gave me before you cause a fucking outbreak.
Whoa, Nelly. I handpick every piece of shellfish myself. It's a serious allegation.
Who's gonna fucking sue you? You see, this is what I'm talking about.
Tell me you ate mussels?
Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, I know. What's up?
Listen, I'm at the Sopranos house and Tony's a little green around the gills. I flu, I'm guessing, but maybe he ate something, didn't agree with him.
Or food poisoning?
No. What? Salmonella? No, but he had a reaction. You guys ate at an Indian restaurant. It would help if we knew. Did you have any symptoms?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments we'll
God.
General boarding of flight 129 with non-stop service to Tucson.
Will there be a surprise?
Yeah. Yeah, that is the only thing that could have happened with those tickets. That is the only way they can tie back to Tony. Maybe that's why he is stressing, because he knows that Pussy is the one that knows about the airline tickets. He would have given that to the police. He gave the tickets to his mother.
What the worst part of this is one of those situations where I know I'm dreaming.
I find you immensely attractive, Anthony.
Thought I repulsed you.
You go out of your way to repulse me.
But you like that. You just admitted you find me attractive. You're the one that's fucked up.
Anthony. What are we gonna do with you?
Tony.
Glad you're not so good, huh?
God.
How's it going?
You didn't get sick?
Nah,
How much you weigh?
8 pounds. You know I've been working with the government, right, Tom?
Don't say it.
Come on, Tom. Sooner or later, you gotta face facts.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you're gonna hear it. Fuck. You asked me over for promotion, Tom. You know.
Yeah.
How much shit you give him?
A lot.
God.
Jesus, puss.
Get your ass back in bed.
Grabs a gun. I gotta go out. Help me with this.
Tony, you are out of your mind. Tony.
God.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm mother with my poor ass.
I'm gonna take a gun.
Hey, Tony. How you feeling?
Better.
Good. You look better.
All right, I gotta call up on a boat. Sea-Ray 50. I want you guys' opinion on it.
What now?
Yeah, he only got 2 offers. I gotta decide this morning. Just
I
throw
think
some
he was a
clothes on.
fish,
Come
isn't
on.
the saying sleeping with the fishes?
Yeah, yeah,
As
yeah.
in dead and thrown in the water.
Around 12.
God. Is he gonna find something?
Yeah, that's what he was trying to
Yeah.
hide. Move the cigarettes. Fuck.
So I'm ready to go buy a boat.
God.
Might as well tell you now.
I feel like crying.
I bought the most beautiful boat today.
I might as well tell you. I decided on Colombia.
Oh!
But like the sound throughout the episode, yeah, it's the car. I was like, what the fuck is the sound? I thought maybe it was water. All of them there.
Sure you want to go out today, T? Just getting over the trot.
Got a decent displacement for its size. No puts out about 700 horsepower.
Beautiful boat, Tony.
I've been waiting 40 minutes.
Ride's nice. Let's go down below, check out the mahogany.
If I knew I had to kill like at least a person I've been working with for like decades, like I would be besides myself. Like I could not be like, oh yeah, let's go.
I think he feels, I don't know,
Who?
Tony.
I'm not talking about Tony. I'm talking about the other two. Like they're so I would say that Tony would be like good workers. Like they're so.
But he betrayed all of them. He
Shit,
didn't
yeah,
just betray Tony.
I know.
Should we test drop Yankees sound shows?
What is this song that they decided on
You're right.
for this fucking moment?
Why are you making me do this, you fat fucking miserable piece of shit?
What, Tony? What?
When did they flip you? Tell me. Don't lie.
Flip? Who? What? They had me, Tony. I was going away for pushing H.
How long?
30 your life. I had no choice.
How long? How much do they know?
A year and a half, no. Less. You know the fucking half you've been writing your own fucking gossip column? What the fuck? I fed them bullshit. Nothing. Whatchamacallit, disinformation so I could live. Keep earning on any subsistence level whatsoever. I will do nothing, Tony. Nothing to put you in harm's way. All he is.
That's how they got tipped off about the Bevilacqua hit, huh? Because you did nothing.
On my mother's eyes, that wasn't me. They know about the calling cards. I'm not in that. But what else? That's it. I've been careful. I got this down. I'm mind fucking these donkeys like you wouldn't believe. Mostly I talked up the Scatino bust out. Nothing federal data lynch you, Tony. They need serial numbers. I'm telling you, this disinformation shit is an effective technique. It's a friggin' ace.
Fucking swell. I got food poisoning. You don't see me getting all fucked up. Don't yell at me. I'll fucking yell at you. You don't like it?
We gonna get to kill it?
That acupuncturist down in Puerto Rico. Tell you this, broad. Her ass was the second coming. I never wore panties.
Hey, Bush. She even really exist.
Not in the face, okay? Give me that. Keep my eyes.
You were like a brother. To all of us.
It's not a feeling now, too. My inner balance is off. What? Jesus Christ. I gotta sit down. Is that okay, Tony? Did I sit?
With the weights.
Hello. Put Anthony on.
Don't call here.
I am at Newark Airport. We've been held here since 9 o'clock this morning.
Your mother is still at the airport.
Oh shit.
Look at Anthony. I need a lawyer. I'm in airport security.
She's at airport security.
I can't call. I don't know what to do. They say that Anthony gave me a stolen ticket. They're gonna call the FBI.
Here, you gotta, I don't know.
Anthony, the tickets are stolen.
The fuck? What did you say?
Did you?
Ma, I'll send someone down there to pick you up, but I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you want?
Agent Harris.
Anthony Soprano. We have a warrant to search your house.
I'm gonna keep trying to make Tony, alright? I don't trust that secretary. Oh my god.
Mate, it's all right. Be home in a couple hours. Don't worry.
I'm graduating tomorrow.
God.
I gotta tell you, Frank. I forget about any deli trays coming your way in the future.
You have to understand that your father means well. He's given his life for you, for your brother, for us. All I'm saying, how you reacted downstairs, now you're sitting up here by yourself. I know it was embarrassing for you, but if you ever wanted to talk...
This is who Dad is. My friends don't judge me. And fuck them if they do. I'll cut them off.
I knew I was giving her a bad ticket. That voice.
It's done, Tony. Over. My advice on is to put it behind you. If this is all there is, these 23 tickets, they don't have buckets, and they know it.
One more minute, if I could have just stood there saying, yes, Ma. Okay, Ma. I hear you, Ma. One more fucking minute, I wouldn't be in this spot. I beat a homicide, and now I fucked up, Neil. I blew an easy one. Before
I think it's similar to when, like, Christopher kind of wanted himself to get caught. Did you want to get caught?
Up the ass, fucking Rico case, dirty to life.
Because, like, he made such a stupid mistake. He knew that he did it.
He said it just now. Literally said it.
My mother, my fucking goddamn idiot of a mother.
You're so angry with your mother and the airline tickets. And I'm not saying that it's not serious, but a year ago your mother colluded to have you killed, yet you never say boo about that, even when I tried to elicit. If she tried to have you killed a year ago, believe me, in your childhood, she's inflicted serious psychic injuries that are still there.
Poor me.
And your father, the gangster, tough guy. But did he protect you kids from this borderline mother? What the hell was going on there? I haven't pushed you enough to confront these things. Somewhere along the line, I became frightened of you. Maybe I should have seen that clearer in the beginning.
Maybe, baby.
He's like a child.
Look at him.
He's like a fucking child.
Rage, Anthony,
Literally,
is
look
a
at him.
big, loud, flaming self-distraction from feelings that are even more frightening.
What feelings might those be?
Sadness. You go off on a racist rant about Indian food, your demented old bat of a mother. What else has happened?
Nothing.
After 2 years treating you, I've learned things. And I pick up sorrow coming from you.
I had a dream I fucked your brains out. Right on that desk. You loved it.
Boy, you threw that at me like a rock. Sadness, Anthony, stay with that. Mommy tried to kill you and you gave her airline tickets.
Fuck you.
And now you're really in trouble.
I'm gonna beat this shit. You kidding me? And with that...
Anthony?
Maybe, baby, I'll have you.
Scott, Richard, Sopranos.
God.
Meadow, Mary Angela, Soprano.
Why am I crying?
Anthony Tomasello.
I'm proposing you to get your bud.
I fucking deserve it. Got no spleen, Gene.
Congratulations. Excuse us. Carmela sees you. She's gonna cut you with a lasso.
I'm leaving.
Sad it was today. I told him over and over. He's still so upset.
Girl, you don't have to worry about being disappointed when he walks through the door.
Over 24 hours for you. Just waiting on a call from you.
Why?
While I'm in a yellow page, I'm waiting on a call from you. And you know this heart is constant through and through. Lover, baby, through and through.
This was like it's feels weird and wrong to say stunning, but like I literally have no words.
God, where do you want to start with this episode?
This was one of my favorite episodes of the show. How I rank them, it's impossible because like I liked it for completely different reasons than I liked the previous one. I just think both episodes were so ridiculously strong. But like what I loved about this episode was the structure of it. Like it's the beauty of television for me. Like when you show these things that are happening inside of your character and you show them through like these dreamlike states, you know, where everything is there's just like a lot of metaphors, and like you can only show life like that through a screen, like through a different medium. And I always loved that, and I just think like the way that this episode was done was so brilliant. Again, it's like this whole thing with Pussy has been building up this whole entire season. Like we knew that Tony can't trust him, and like that was never gonna be a thing, even though like let's say he tried to get them close again, you know, like they went to kill that guy together. Like he sort of tried to ignore it, but he never trusted him, and that simply never went away. And it wasn't this big, like the episode wasn't this big deal about catching him in this act of betraying them. Like the whole episode was about Tony's inner self not trusting him, being eaten alive by the fact that he feels like he has been betrayed by his friend. Like even him finding the recording device was like basically a 5-second thing. Like it was so unimportant. Like it was not about catching him in this act as much as it was about Tony's mental state over that.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that was by far my favorite part of the episode.
That was so
I mean,
good.
I love the whole episode. I love how it was structured. I loved it. Like it was in some ways split in two parts, but like they all it went very naturally into the second part, you know, because like you said, he felt horribly mentally because he couldn't trust his friend and he knew it, but he didn't accept that. Like I feel like he tried to ignore it. And we didn't have that much of Tony at any point during this season, like trying to catch him, trying to catch him in a lie, see if somehow he is betraying him or things like that. He he didn't allow him, he didn't promote him where he would have maybe, at the point where he would have maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like he did those things because subconsciously he didn't trust him.
Yeah.
But it's like he tried to ignore it during this season.
Yeah.
And it was just building up.
Yeah.
And it came crashing in this episode.
Yeah.
Where he basically started having physical reactions towards the anxiety that he felt.
Yeah.
About his friend, his family betraying him.
Yeah.
And about him not being able to trust that person anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about this in season 1 when like there was the first rat, now I forget his name, that like also got shot. Was it season finale that he got shot? Like we talked about it, how it would be very interesting to see like Tony reacting to someone so close betraying him. But the thing with that guy is like I guess he wasn't as close to Tony because like it at the end of the day it was like unimportant, and so like we didn't get that storyline that we wanted from a rat in season 1, but we got that fully in season 2 by someone that Tony like considered family. And he was betrayed by someone so close to him. And like what I really loved in this episode as well is that what I also thought was going to be the natural progression of things is that like when you are betrayed by someone so close, like Tony was already betrayed by his uncle and mother, and now he's betrayed by like his basically brother. How are you going to trust anyone else around you? Like he had a scene where he is shooting Paulie, you know, like Paulie, who is like such a, like again from the looks of it, he cannot be a more trustworthy soldier, let's say, and yet he still is shooting him because can you really truly trust anyone when like your closest people can betray you? I don't think you're ever gonna be able to. Not in this line of work. It feels exhausting. Like I really could not. I could not live the life where I have to look over my shoulder at every point.
But I don't think before this, I don't think he felt like that before. Or at least we have never, I mean, we weren't with him before, so we don't know what happened before that. Was there somebody else who was this close to him who tried to kill him or who betrayed him or things like that? But like to me it seemed like it's because how he reacted to Pussy, because like nobody would believe the story that he told in the first place. Like he ran away, nobody would believe any of it, but like it's like he wanted to believe it. He didn't want to accept that his friend is betraying him. But just like the knowledge of that as a possibility, he knew it. Like he knew it even back then. That's why he distanced himself so that like Pussy wouldn't have anything concrete to tell them, you know. But like it was eating him alive. And now again, Uncle Junior, his mother, Pussy, like who is the next?
Like
Carmela,
like
Chris,
everything...
like who is the next who is gonna potentially betray him?
Everything escalated in this, like not escalated, it just like everything came to a boiling point. Because like he has been betrayed by his mother and uncle, and like he has, let's say again, concentrated, like he has talked with Melfi about this, he concentrated on the anger part, doesn't concentrate on the sadness that he feels, because it's more difficult to process sadness than it is to process anger. I think everyone does that. I do that. Again, not to the extent that Tony does it, but just like people react that way.
It's always easier, maybe.
It's much more easier
to
like
process anger than to process sadness. To accept fully, like accept the sadness.
And
just feel it.
Like he has been running away from it, and so he just constantly feels anger, so that he would not feel sadness over the fact of like over the things that have happened to him and the path that he chose to go down. And so like now even killing Pussy after and sitting there with Melfi talking about it, he was like in that moment, he is so out of himself. Like he looks insane. Like he is kicking both feet on the table, like singing a song. Like he is
I mean, he's doing
a lost man.
No, he's doing anything to distract himself from those feelings that like are bubbling inside of him. And like I love how Melfi instantly noticed that there is something that happened to him now just because of his reaction. And just because of his behavior, like she said a few times, like he behaves like such a child, and he does that in these similar situations,
like
to ignore the feelings that like he's feeling.
I mean, he wants to even change subject. He like telling Melfi, I had a dream that I fucked you on the table.
And
like
she basically immediately said, so now you throw that at me.
Just like get back to the subject.
Exactly. And I love how I really love the things that like she said there to him, because like I feel like we can maybe potentially get back into therapy.
I thought this was a breakthrough for Melfi.
Yeah, because like she said, like at some point I stopped pushing you because like I started being frightened. Of you. So like that's why I basically stopped being your therapist and stopped helping you in a way that like I potentially could. Like start pushing, like she knew, let's say maybe potentially what was causing this anger, but she was just listening. She was at some points even judging. She wasn't, let's say, pushing that anger to get real emotions out of him, which is sadness and betrayal and everything. But I really, so like I loved that moment for Melfi, because again I feel like therapy sessions can switch back in some ways as they were, if you understand what I mean. To more be focused on
appropriate.
him. Like to be more focused on him and not her specifically. It's not like that I don't enjoy. I enjoy seeing how this affects her, of course. But I loved in season 1 how much he progressed with his therapy sessions about himself, you know. It's like I'm very excited honestly about that, and I really really just love how he reacted when he saw the tapes, that like when he finally found like confirmation, you know, that this feeling that he feels, he can't ignore it anymore. It's there, you know. And I loved when they glasses, you know, cheers, but like cheered, you know.
It's not why do you have the word clunk?
I don't know.
It's not clunk.
And Pussy started saying they smiled at each other, and like Pussy started saying some story about some girl, you know.
I mean, like that whole scene was like, I felt very sad. Like up until that point I didn't necessarily think I had attachment to them as a group, you know. Like I think I had attachment to Tony's feelings towards them, but like I didn't think like I had feelings towards them as a unit, you know. And so like when that was happening, I just felt such a sadness that like they are family in a way, all of them. Like they work together for years, they have known each other for years, and you're going up on a boat to kill one of your own, and like you know that it's gonna be done. He knows that it's gonna be done, and it like there's nothing else to say, you know. And they're like having that last minute of just like fooling around.
But like I love that like first the Tony at that point said, is that story even true, or is she even real, is that girl even existed? That's how much he cannot trust him. And in that moment there was no more pretending, let's say, that this isn't happening, you know. Like immediately Pussy just
he got shot.
Like, but like what I want to say, but like I think I did have feelings towards them as a group, even before first, in those moments when you see them just like in every episode where you see them just like sitting around talking, when you see Paulie being ridiculous, or even the other guy being ridiculous. I don't know his name yet.
Which
That also
one?
looks funny. The
Not
one,
Silvio. Which one?
maybe Silvio. Yeah,
Oh, Silvio.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't know his name.
I don't know his name.
Oh,
I
Silvio.
never remembered his name.
Silvio.
Like I think in those moments, and especially maybe even with Paulie, because like we saw him and with his family as well in one of the previous episodes. That made him more real, that all of them are leading these lives, and all of them, yes, I feel towards Tony, but like all of them got into this business in the similar ways. Like nobody woke up one day and decided to do this, you know? So like that makes me compassionate about them as humans, as a group, as a friends, you know? Even though I don't feel, I don't feel compassion, let's say, for a pussy, because like, not for a pussy, but like I wouldn't feel compassion if they went to jail. I wouldn't feel compassion if what they did has gotten to them. You know what I mean?
Like if they got consequences for their actions.
Like even it's sad to me to see them having to kill their friend, because I know how much it pains them. It pains them. But again, it is the job that they are doing. They killed so many others who are innocent, let's say. Even if they're not innocent, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I always have conflicting feelings, because like I don't, but it's similar as Tony. Like I wouldn't feel bad if he went to jail, if consequences have come to him, you know? But like I do have compassion towards him. I do have feelings when I see him with his family, when I see him with Carmela, when I see him with Olivia. You know, like in the previous episode when I saw him with the way he behaved towards Janice, I felt compassion for both of them. That doesn't make me not understand how horrible humans they ended up being. You know?
Yeah, I mean, both things can coexist
at the same time.
I love seeing that like Silvia was also taking it hard, because like I think a second before we were talking about how like Silvia and Paulie are really like fucking soldiers. That like even before when they were killing someone, like they were like, it's so easy for them like to talk and like make jokes when you know you're going to go and shoot this guy, you know? Like I think that's such a, I mean, like my mind doesn't comprehend like being able to be so chill about you going to kill a person. But again, like they live in their own fucking world. So like it was nice to see that Silvio like at one point had to go up, and he was like, I guess the rocking of the boat or whatever, but like he was feeling also just sick over what they were about to do.
And I thought they would feel bad in those moments, but like it's just what they are doing. And to me it makes sense that they can make jokes and that they can laugh, you know? Because like I was in a situation surrounded by police, you know, where they talked about, they made jokes next to a dead body, let's say, you know, and like that was such a norm for them. And like
I'm sorry, just remember that story of yours. God.
And like that was just like a normal
occurrence.
No, they were making like, jokes, and like they, like when we talk to them, like how they're accepting this, how they accept. I don't know how to talk about the story and not talk about the story, but like they talked about how
you just like threw this in there.
But like I didn't plan to talk about the story. You know what I mean?
They're gonna be so confused. What the fuck do you mean that bond?
But like when we asked them how they can be so collected, and like one guy said, well, yesterday I was in an apartment where there were 3 dead bodies who were there for quite some time. Let's say, you know, like
I can understand that. From police officers, it's different when like that's a person that you consider family.
I understand.
It just like I don't think you can be. I wouldn't expect you to be able to be desensitized when it's your family. I
understand. Is this way I do understand. Again, with the way that they're living, with the way that they've been doing the same thing since they were, I guess, 15-year-old.
Yeah, I mean,
like I feel like
you enter the business knowing that like if it comes to this, you're gonna die, I guess.
Exactly, and like somehow I feel like I could see in that moment when they were drinking tequila that they cared.
Yeah.
That like this means something to them, you know, and that this is hard for every single one of them, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's how it seemed to me, but again, it just what they have to do and what they have been doing for past 20 years at least, maybe even more for Paul, let's say maybe 40.
Yeah.
This is probably not the first friend that he has killed. This is probably 10th.
Maybe that's why he became desensitized to a certain degree.
Even though I think he feels, but like I don't think he can feel the same way that you and I have feel who have not been doing anything like this.
No, we don't live in that world. Yeah.
The way I threw it.
The way you threw it in, like we were once with the police in a dead body, but like okay. I like that story. Like if I didn't know you, I really would have thought you were lying to me. We'll just leave it at that. What I want to say, I loved also like Tony's whole story in this episode that started with the first dream that like I thought was so interesting. When he was talking about like basically he's dying from, I don't know if it was like cancer. They said something like in his stomach and it's spreading, and like that he has a month to live. So like he is choosing now to die by burning himself alive. Like that is, like that dream metaphorically is so dark, because like he thinks like at some point, like he was it episode 1, 2, when he was seeing that tree rotting from the inside out. That's basically what this was, like cancer, the way that you would imagine cancer. It's like the worst thing possible, and like it's killing you from inside out, like just like this blackness in you that is completely consuming you to the point where you want to kill yourself. I mean, burn alive.
I also I agree.
Like
I think that scene can be connected to a lot of things.
Self-hatred. There is so much
self-hatred. Yes. Also the depression that he feels that he's eating. Like even when he woke up, he touched his stomach and said, "Oh my God, it's the stomach." Again, I don't think. I mean, it was
not have food poisoning.
It was not confirmed or denied, but like I don't think that he had food poisoning. Pussy didn't have food poisoning. Nobody had food poisoning. You know.
Yeah.
I just think it was his anxiety, his depression, that is eating him inside, the self-hatred. Like all of that is completely connected to each other. Like all of that is connected and is the reason why he is depressed and how it all started. Well, like the job that he's doing, the world that he is living in. You know?
I mean, it's no coincidence that he gave his mother the plane
I was
tickets.
About to say that
is such a
good story,
such
honestly.
A rookie mistake. Like again, I immediately thought of Christopher in season 1 when he was doing all that dumb things about like digging up the body and like checking or whatever. Like those were things that you kind of do when you want to get caught, let's say. And that is the only explanation as to like how he gave his mother these tickets.
But I just love how
that can trace back to him.
I just love how aware he is of a lot of things. I think that is something that like therapy helped a lot. That like he immediately starts thinking that like he got himself out of a murder investigation, and after that, like some serious crime that he did, and after that he did something like this.
That's so stupid.
That's so dumb and so stupid. He didn't have to give her the tickets. He didn't have to do any of it.
He could have bought those tickets, you know? Like, he could have bought those tickets.
He said basically, it's like, I wanted to get caught.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And again, that's just showing where he is mentally. Like, he cannot stand to live his life any day more, basically.
So the FBI comes and takes him the day before his daughter's graduation day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that moment when they all came into the room and he was getting out with handcuffs on.
God.
Makes sense.
I was like, I don't know how this doesn't happen more often, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. Somehow that, because of Tony's whole state, that like last scene with like their family, like all 4 of them, like standing there at graduation, being happy or whatever, like it seems Like the way that they're showing it seems so, let's say, bleak, because you feel it slipping away. Like you feel the birds flying off. Like
You literally feel like this is maybe
because like I was
potentially-
like crying, and there's like nothing that's necessarily really happening on screen for me to cry over.
I don't know. I think somehow everything was emotional, even though
I just like the song choice was so
yeah,
good.
I think so as well.
The
I think
song worked
like,
so well.
and I think also, but like the culmination.
Yeah, culmination.
From the beginning of the episode, with him being anxious, depressed,
Yeah.
feeling nauseous because of that, killing his friend,
Yeah.
and then his daughter graduating somehow with the music choices. Yes, in my opinion, it felt very emotional, and it felt like it was one of the last times probably they're gonna be sitting and smiling all together.
But like, where is Meadow going to college?
She's in California.
When?
No.
Because in the dream, she said Columbia. And Columbia is New York.
Oh, wait, I might be mistaken.
But like, that's in the dream. So like, that's why I thought like Tony's just dreaming that because Meadow chose a college that's close by. No, he was in the car. It's a dream.
Columbia. See, I read California.
See, this is no one's fucking clapping.
Oh, okay.
See, yeah, it was in the
Okay.
car.
Okay.
I decided on Columbia. So
Okay, so
it's a dream.
It's a dream. Okay, we don't know
Okay.
where she decided.
Where the fuck is she going? But like, he picked a Columbia that's
The
close
closest.
by. Close.
Okay, that makes sense. Because the thing is, first,
Because like, what the fuck?
the thing is, first, I didn't realize at that point that it was a dream. But like, the fact is, I read California.
Yeah, okay, let's see.
So
Yeah.
the entire time,
Well, because like I was like, where the fuck is Columbia coming from? I was like, my mind was like, where the fuck is Columbia? Like, we were talking about Georgetown and Berkeley. What's
but like
fucking
Georgia,
Columbia?
she still didn't
Waitlist. She's on
yeah,
waitlist.
she's not accepted to Georgetown.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Especially after this episode, I would accept. I would suspect her to go further. You know what I mean?
Yes, me too. I really don't know. Like, where the fuck is she going?
I still think, in my mind, how I see her story is that like she cannot escape that easily. I'm not saying never. I'm not saying she cannot be Barbara. Let's say.
No.
Even though we don't know much about Barbara, we just know that
She seems very
yeah,
sane.
yeah. But like, we don't know much. See how her mother was easily able to manipulate her in this episode?
Yeah, but like it's like she knows what her mother is doing, but like she's also just like
A human being whose mother is that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that easy, you know?
I was very grateful for Tony saying,
Exactly.
no, you're not going with her.
I loved him so much in that moment. The same,
like, that is-
the same way with Janice in the last episode, you know? Like, he wanted to protect her
Yeah.
immediately from their mother.
Yeah, no one deserves to live with Olivia.
But like, again, I still think from what I expect from Meadow's storyline is that like it's not gonna be easy to escape
Yeah.
the home, the family
Yeah.
that
you
she
grew up in.
that she grew up in, she was born into. Yeah. But I think she is gonna try. I think that's what I expect. It doesn't have to happen, but like I expect to see her, especially after this episode. I expect to see her go further away, probably Berkeley, if that's San Francisco, right? California.
Yeah.
And I expect us to see problems there, if you know what I mean. Again,
Yeah.
I could see her falling in love with a boy
Similar.
who is similar, like Tony, who is doing it, or who is doing drugs, or who is
And something illegal.
exactly selling whatever.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly, but like not earning his money illegally,
Yeah.
or just like being a student. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I expect from her storyline, even though we didn't actually find out anything in this episode. But like I could see
guess next
now
episode we're gonna
in the
find
next
out, yeah.
episodes, I could see her moving.
Yeah.
Because like the summer is gonna, let's say, pass. We're not gonna see the
I think
summer,
we're
and
gonna
then you
skip
skip
a few months.
Exactly. So we could see her just like moving to college, and like that's gonna
Yeah.
be the first episode of season 3, or something like that.
I can't wait to see what season 3 is gonna be about. Like I can't wait to see how deep we go with Tony's depression and self-hatred and sadness.
I think this last 2 episodes really build up potential for season 3.
Yeah.
Like I somehow love everything where we left off. With Tony,
Yeah,
with
I mean,
Carmela,
we-
with therapy sessions that are very important to me.
Yeah.
And again, also the kids.
But like we wrapped up everything in season 2. Like every storyline from season 2, we kind of wrapped up, like finishing off with
Yeah.
Pussy now at the end. Like everything is wrapped up. And now like all that remains is kind of Tony's inner self and his family and what we do with that going forward. And I mean, God knows what else is gonna come. I think
course.
Janice is coming back at some point, maybe not season 3, but like maybe season 4 or something.
Of course.
But like I'm so excited to find
Me
out.
too. No, honestly, this episode was
perfection.
I really loved everything.
Like, I have no
I mean,
words.
last
This
2
is so
episodes
fucking
to
great.
me have been amazing in their own way. Like
Completely
by far,
different.
Yeah, but like by far, I really loved everything about them.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning until the end, I loved everything about these 2 episodes. I love how they wrapped up season 2. They brought season 2 but like they made season 2 be better, in my opinion.
I just think the way that they wrapped up, again, like I think it's very important how you finish off a season, and it can like really either make a whole season better or just make it worse depending on how you finish it off. And it just made season 2
much better, in my opinion.
So
I
great.
agree. We plan to watch the first episode of season 3 now. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.